Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to another American Truck Simulator video. Today we're out in Spokane, Washington, going to be with the Day Ross Trucking today. We're going to be using this Peterbilt 379 or 389, I believe it's a 389. Unfortunately, I couldn't use Vipers or Outlaws yet again, just because I filmed these two Q&As back to back. So I had this 389 truck kind of made up a while ago for a video that I haven't gotten to yet. So I figured let's go ahead and use it since it's a very nice looking truck. Absolutely love this truck. It looks very nice, and I feel like it's something Day Ross would actually have, like a combo like this. I don't know, it just the colors and everything just kind of suits the truck real well. So I don't exactly remember what kind of like things I put into it, like engine wise and whatnot, transmission, all that fun stuff. But we are here at the BNSF, gonna be hauling some clothes. I don't remember exactly where we're going, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Load it up. So we're going to be doing a very early morning run. Let's go ahead and start up this truck. There we go. Cargo's been loaded. Let's go ahead and test out the rear. Make sure everything's working properly. Four-way flashers. There we go. And let's go ahead and test out the trailer brakes. Perfect. Alright. Let's see what we got going on today. Going to be 37,537 pounds of furniture to Everett, the FedEx in Everett. So let's go ahead and turn on our headlights here. High beams and stuff don't really do much. That's one thing I've noticed about this now is that the high beams aren't as bright. So I don't remember if I threw in like a certain mod or anything. But yeah, the high beams aren't as bright. But we do have lights up top as well, which is awesome. But yeah, they're not as bright as they used to be. So I don't really know if that's like a mod confliction or something like that. But today, like I said, we're going to be going back to our part 2 Q&A. I don't have too many questions left, but let's just go ahead and get on out of here. And let's go ahead and get on the road and stuff. And this was a very like one of the first times I've ever actually the back in between like two different trailers and stuff like that. So it was a very different type of back in here at the BNSF. We do actually have a GPS on this truck, which is nice. And one thing I've noticed is that the computer screens on the trucks are not working for some reason. So like the data screens or the whatever they want to call them, they're not working on any of the trucks. This is the second truck I've used since the new update where it hasn't worked. So I don't know if that's just the mod itself, or if that's if it's like a mod conflicting, or if it's like the actual like game itself. I don't really know. So it's hard telling. You got a truck coming here. I'll let him go. You got nobody. You got a truck coming that way, so I'm hoping this guy speeds his ass up. USA truck. I've seen a couple USA trucks at the FedEx plant here in Champaign. Not sure if they're just being leased to FedEx or if they're actually being owned by FedEx now, but see Celadon trailer right there. But I don't know if the trailer is actually sold to FedEx or whatever, but it's been there for like the last couple days. It's hard to see the traffic lights with this visor thing I got going on over here, so fortunately we might have to take that off for this trip. Like I said, it's very hard to see the traffic lights here. But I hope you guys are having an awesome day so far. I know I am. Like I said, these two Q&A videos were kind of filmed back to back, only because of like time constraints and like didn't know if I would actually have time to do it later on. So I just filmed them back to back. So the first one went live on Tuesday, and I think this one's going to go Saturday or Sunday. I'm not quite sure exactly what day it's going to be yet. So we got 336 miles to go. I don't have too many questions left. I just have a few, but we'll go ahead and get started up here. But if you guys are enjoying the video, please do make sure you guys hit that like button. It does greatly help me out a lot. And if you guys are brand new, please do make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Will help me out a lot in the long run, for sure. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Join the Discord server as well. I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys would. Here we go. Got the little gas station going on over here, but we're going to be heading up to Spokane on Interstate 90. Here's a freeway entrance here. But yeah, it's a very nice looking combo we got going on today with the Day Ross. Like the orange and everything. Like I said, I feel like this would be a combo that Day Ross would have, because the colors just match real well, and it's just very nice. I've actually had this, like I said, had it for a while just in the game, and I've never gotten around to using the truck and whatnot. So I figured since we were on the whole company drivers and trailers matching for the last episode, I figured why not just go ahead and do it for this one. And since I've wanted to use Vipers and Outlaws Peterbilt and couldn't, this is kind of like the closest thing that I can actually get to using it. So that's gonna be just the sad thing about it, though. Looks like there's a traffic jam up here. Oh, there's a detour. There is a detour. So we got R&L carriers over there in front of us there. I'm trying to do a combo with them as well. We got a helicopter. Oh, life flight. Oh, that's a bad accident right there. That's a very bad accident. They got life flight and everything. Damn. That's not good at all. That is definitely not good at all. Once we start getting back on the highway here, we'll start doing all the questions and stuff. Looks like he's not going to be able to go because that truck's blocking the whole road. And he's going to be blocking both lanes, so he's not going to be able to go. I knew it was a UPS trailer. I had a feeling it was UPS. I knew it was UPS. Yeah, so he's going to go after this car, supposedly, and then we'll end up going after him. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back on the highway here. Make a left over here. Red light offense? Really? Alright, sorry about that, guys. It sounded like somebody was actually in my house, which I hope nobody was, because I was home alone, supposed to be home alone at the time, so just heard like a voice, and I kind of got scared. So, but yeah, the house isn't haunted as far as I know. But it was kind of creepy because I heard a voice coming from like outside my door. Nobody was home at the time. Nobody's home at the time, so I'm kind of like, what the hell? Even the cat went to the door when it heard it, so I was kind of confused. I was like, the fuck? But here we are back on the highway now after that detour we had. Hit a little detour of that traffic accident over there. Swift, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Come on, bro. It looked like a Swift trailer. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with the questions here. We got another one from Preston D over on the Twitter page, and he asked, what's your goal for life? Well, if you're talking to me about 10 years ago, it was to be a railroader for Amtrak, working as a conductor for Amtrak and engineer for Amtrak. If you're talking to me about starting up like about almost not 5 years ago, but like 3-4 years ago, it's to actually go through police academy and graduate the police academy. So that is one of the goals that I'm trying to get to, is to graduate police academy and go through the academy and become a sheriff's deputy here in the county that I currently live in, or somewhere in Indiana, only because I'm trying to move out of Illinois. But yeah, that's probably one of the goals in life that I really have. Still want to be a railroader, but I know at the times now and the PSR that they got going on, or precision scheduled railroading, I know that dream's probably going to get crushed, only because did not crash a fucking vehicle. Are you fucking kidding me? But yeah, there's a prime trailer right there. But yeah, with the PSR stuff, I know a lot of railroaders are getting laid off and everything, so I know that that's probably not going to be like a realistic goal right now with everyone getting laid off. But if the chance does happen where I do get a job at Amtrak or any like railroad, then I'm going to go ahead and for sure take it. If you were talking to me back in high school, though, it would be a songwriter, because I didn't know how to play guitar at the time. I'm trying to learn right now. But I used to write songs. I listened to a lot of country music, and I used to write country songs when I was in high school, because that's pretty much the thing I did, was play video games and write songs back there if I wasn't like in class or whatever. And I sometimes would like write songs in class and everything, 'cause that's something I kind of enjoyed doing. I was not part of like any choir or like band class or anything like that. It was just mostly just something I do in my free time. So I guess that's kind of the goals that I had in life back in the day, and kind of today, but my main one right now is to get into police academy and graduate the grueling 6 to 9 months of police academy. Um, but yeah, Preston, thank you so much for your question, bro. I do greatly appreciate it. We should probably slow down because we're passing like literally all of these mofos. And we're in a 60 and we're going like 65 right now. So we'll go ahead and set the cruise here. We've been a left lane hog for a while now, which is not good, but it's not good. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, we can definitely get in here. There we go. So we're not a left lane hog anymore. We should hopefully see the sunrise start up soon though. That'd be very nice. That'd be nice if we do see the sunrise out here coming into Washington. But yeah, Preston, thank you so much for your question, bro. I do greatly appreciate it. Or actually, your questions, I should say. Agent Rackster, off of the Twitter page, asks, what are the pros and cons of owning a retired CVPI? Now, Illinois currently does not have any laws pertaining retired CVPIs, whereas like California and Indiana, as far as I know, have like you can't have it black and white. So I currently have mine black and white, with one halogen spotlight, which is like the only police equipment that are on the vehicle. But some of the pros, it's actually a very, very, very reliable vehicle, knock on wood. But it's a very reliable vehicle. If it's for like your first car, I would highly recommend it because it's cheap to maintain. Because I mean, hell, there's fucking billions of Crown Victorias out there, so parts are interchangeable with a lot of them. And you could probably even go to your nearest like scrapyard and find at least 7 Crown Victorias just chilling there. So that's one of the pros about it, is that it's very cheap to fix and parts are like everywhere, so they're not really scarce. I was actually able to find 4 hubcaps and center caps for the hubcaps at a scrapyard off of a CVPI. Able to find a older style, not the black honeycomb, but the other style, black grill. And we're coming to a stop here. Whew, brother. Brother. Now that Dodge Charger's gonna... Jesus fucking Christ, people. Learn how to drive, you idiots. Good lord, man. There's another Texaco trailer. There's so many Texaco trailers at the BNSF where we were at. And now there's another one right here. But they were mostly reefer trailers. That's what I was really confused about, is that a lot of the trailers, Texaco trailers, were reefers. So I don't know if like maybe they have a contract with BNSF for their products and stuff. I don't really know. But yeah, majority of them were like reefer trailers. And then one was just a regular shorty, regular like dry van trailer, which I thought was really weird. I thought I'd have more tanker trucks, but they don't. They don't. One of the cons, definitely, but that's pretty much the pros. The cons of driving an ex-cop car. Actually, another pro is that scaring people shitless anytime they pass you. Because I did a CVPI story ATS video a while back. I might end up having to do another one just to like update it and stuff. But another pro is scaring the shit out of people at stoplights if they're on their phone, or like having someone speed past you 90 miles an hour in a 65 and then end up slamming on his brakes in front of you because he thought you were a cop, and then just kind of, you know, following him for a little bit before you just get off at your exit like a few miles down the road. That's one of the fun things about owning a Crown Victoria Police Interceptor vehicle. Some of the cons about it are, if you're behind someone, they will drive super, super slow. So they'll think you're a cop, and then, you know, they'll drive like maybe 5 under the limit, depending on time. Like I'll admit, I drive 5 over the speed limit. That's the most I will ever drive, is 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. So if it's a 6, so like the main road here is 55, so I'll usually go 60 and stuff like that. But there's people that'll go 55, some people will go 50, and then there's people that'll go like super, super slow, like 10 under the speed limit in front of you, which is impeding traffic. And I can't tell you how many times that's actually happened, where people have just driven slow, slammed on their brakes in front of me only because they think I'm a cop and they didn't want to get pulled over for speeding or doing anything wrong. So I feel like that's one of the cons about it. Another con is the fact that Um, a lot of police officers, or there's a lot of people out there, not police officers, impersonators, as we call them, that end up purchasing these old police cars and stuff like that, like Crown Vics, Impalas, and they actually soup them up into police vehicles. I remember there was a story, I think it was not last year, but 2 years ago, there was a person that was actually in my area. The only one that I know of so far, I don't know how many else are out there, but he ended up souping up a Impala, old police Impala, with all blue lights. Now, if you're from this area, like Central Illinois, you know that the only agency in Illinois that uses all blue lighting is in Chicago. So he souped it up with all blue lights and ended up impersonating a police officer for the most part. So I think they actually did catch the guy. So they caught him, which is good. And I don't understand why we're breaking. I don't understand why we're breaking so much. Interesting. But yeah, they ended up, I think they caught the guy. But yeah, that's one of the other cons about owning a retired police car. So like, let's say there's an impersonator with matching the same car you have, a black and white CVPI. Okay, I know there's another black and white CVPI that lives in the area I used to live in, because I seen the car a bunch of times when I worked at Dollar General, I'd pass it and stuff like that. So like, okay, let's say impersonator, black and white CVPI. Okay, I drive one, that guy drives one. There's at least like 5 or 6 other ones that I've seen so far in this area, and it's like, okay, well, you stop him, okay, well, next thing you know, you get pulled over on a felony stop for impersonating, and then in there, like an hour later, you're like, okay, well, you're not impersonating. And yeah, that's another, it hasn't personally happened to me, but that's probably one of the other cons about it, is that people like to impersonate with ex-police cars. Now, I don't believe in doing that myself. I mean, yes, I tend to drive like that, not like a cop, but like I tend to like drive kind of like a cop, like, you know, tailgate and stuff like that. I don't really recommend tailgating, but I like to do it to scare the shit out of people, because if they're doing something wrong or whatever. But I don't recommend doing that. Honestly, I just do it to scare the shit out of people. But I do not recommend or even believe in impersonating a police officer. I'm never going to be putting red and blue lights on my car. The only time I will ever put lights on this car is if I put amber lights on, if I ever get a job with like the state or a construction company or something. That's the only ever time I would ever put red or yellow amber lights on my car, or any type of light bar on the car. I'm never gonna do that. The only other thing I might do is put a second spotlight and put a ram bar on it. That's it. No antennas, no nothing like that. But his second question is, what idea or ideas did you have going into making a YouTube channel? So this one was actually, I've been watching like Jeff Favignano, Zachary Hausnet, it's hard pronouncing his name, Polecat, Steve the Gamer, Ace Pilot, ever since I was back in high school. And I had a gaming PC back then, but it wasn't the best. I was playing GTA at like 2 different frames. Bypassed the way station. Thank you very much. Thank you. But yeah, I was pretty much just watching all of them, and I noticed all the fun they were having, and it's like, it's the games that I enjoyed playing. Like, I like simulator games. Like, my friend would spend the night every weekend. He'd sit there play Call of Duty. I get bored of it after like 2 hours. Then I go play like Train Sim, American Truck Sim, or something like that, or GTA 5 and everything. And I ended up enjoying that more. So then I found their channels and stuff, and I started watching them a lot. We're coming to another standstill here, it looks like, for some unknown reason. Nothing's going on, but yet they're slamming on their brakes like a bunch of fucking idiots. But yeah, I'd watch their channels all the time, and I don't know, something just kind of hit me in the head back then, and I ended up purchasing a new gaming computer, building my own, so I can actually like get to the feel of LSPDFR and all that fun stuff. So I had that dream in mind that I want to start a YouTube channel, but I kept putting it off and off and off, because I'm like, okay, I don't know if I can do this, like blah 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 blah. So I had a few people at Target that actually I kind of talked to it about, and they said, dude, you should definitely do it, like, we'll subscribe to you. And I had like all these people motivating me to do it, and then I ended up doing it. My first video was actually an ATS video. It was like a get to know me video. Then my second video was my first LSPDFR, and then after doing that for a few episodes, I started getting comfortable like with my own voice, because I hated my own voice back in the day. Like, I'd listen to recordings of myself and I just delete it because I hated my voice. So I kind of started getting comfortable with my own voice and getting comfortable with like the feel of recording, and just, you know, sitting there with the microphone just talking to yourself for the most part, because a lot of these games, that what you basically do is just talk to yourself. So I started getting comfortable doing that, And then next thing you know, boom. And I know my first couple videos were horrible. My voice sounded real bad. That's because I had a shitty ass. It wasn't a shitty mic, but it was not the best mic to use for like a YouTube channel. So now I'm actually on a HyperX quad set mic, and this fucking thing picks up everything. So I'm very like cautious in like keyboard typing and all that fun stuff now, because it picks up everything. And I try to edit out the voice and everything, and it just sounds horrible. So I try to edit out those keyboard clicks, and it sounds fucking horrible. So yeah, that is pretty much that. But and that was part of it, was watching them and wanting to do stuff like that. So I ended up starting the YouTube channel, and next thing you know, this is where we're at. What is it, almost 3 years now? I started this back in 2017, I think. Yeah, I started back in 2017, so here we are, 2020, and that's where we're at. I mean, it hasn't grown as much as I wanted to, only because of that little break I had last year that I couldn't help, because I ended up moving out of my dad's house. But yeah, that was pretty much the ideas I had, was just watching those guys do their thing with like Code Zero and stuff like that, and just wanting to do stuff like that with people and everything. So that kind of gave me the idea. And then of course the folks over back at Target that helped me overcome the fear and nervousness of like actually doing it, and then just kind of getting comfortable in my own skin. That's pretty much the ideas that I had, and I just knew that I wanted to do like a simulator channel, because I mean, yeah, there's a lot of them out there, but there's a lot of them that don't play by the rules. And I know a lot of like Facebook streams and stuff like that I watch, you know, these ATS pages I'm on, where you'll get people just driving like this, and then they'll just like fucking pass you at 90 miles an hour driving a semi, and then they'll take the exit like right then and there. So that's pretty much one of a couple of the main ideas I had. Why the parking brake turn on? What the hell? Interesting. I didn't even hit the parking brake. But we got 64 miles left to go. Preston D asks another question. What is something that you are very proud of in life? And honestly, I'm very proud of where I'm at currently. I mean, yes, I'm out of a job and everything, but I'm very proud of where I'm at. I've been working hard ever since I was like 18 years old and stuff like that, and I've saved up money, made a lot of money and stuff like that. So I'm very proud of like where I'm at in life so far, and like things I've done. Like I overcame fear of, you know, social anxiety, and like couldn't really interact in large groups back in high school. So having a job kind of helped that out a little bit, so now I can actually like hold a conversation stuff like that, because if we were talking back in high school, I could not hold a conversation for shit. So that having a job kind of helped that out a lot, which is good. Let's go ahead and try to get in this right lane here, because I know we're going to be coming to a stop here soon, or getting off of the interstate here soon. But I think that's how you're kind of wording the question. But for where I'm at in life, I'm very proud of what I'm at, and I think that's probably one of the things was actually also becoming a manager, so I have some managerial experience now, so I can actually apply that to other jobs and stuff like that if I end up having to work at like a retail store again. I have that managerial experience under my belt, so that I can actually, you know, get higher paying jobs and stuff like that in retail if I ever wanted to. I really don't want to work in retail anymore, but if I ever have to, I have to. So we're coming into Seattle. We got an achievement, Seattle Mole. I might actually have to end up going back in this lane. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to go in this lane, unfortunately. So I'm going to let this dude go. Or you just... Come on, dude. Go. Fucking asshole. You see I'm trying to change lanes here? This is different. I don't think we've ever actually gone underneath here before. This is cool. This is very cool. But yeah, Preston, thank you so much for your questions, man. I do greatly appreciate it. Lord Death 090 Gaming on the YouTube channel says, you said you were from Chicago, now you're redneck. How'd that change? Well, yes, I'm originally from Chicago. So I was born in Melrose Park, Illinois. It's like a little suburb of Chicago. But the cool thing about it, though, is where I used to live at, you'd have one side of your street be Chicago, one side of your street be Elmwood Park. So that's one of the cool things. But then my dad ended up finding my stepmom down here in Champaign, Illinois. So I ended up coming here a lot, and I actually like the country life a lot better than I like the city life. So when I moved down here during high school, I ended up picking up a lot of the redneck ways. I'm not like a pure born redneck, but I ended up picking up a lot of the redneck ways, and I actually like it a lot better than the city life. So that's kind of how it changed. I mean, I act redneck more than I act city, but I do have like a kind of a Chicago accent. I'm trying to like go down to Tennessee for like a month or two, maybe even Texas, try to get that like southern accent down and stuff like that. But that's pretty much how the change really happened. It's just from moving from Chicago to the country and just hanging out with rednecks and dealing with country folks and all that fun stuff that it just kind of stuck with me and everything. And yeah, and I really don't want to be behind this truck because of that Final Destination shit. That movie still scares the crap out of me. Every time I'm on the interstate and I see like a truck hauling logs or like plywood or something like that, I can't be behind it because Final Destination scares the shit out of me with that. So that pickup truck's got the right idea. But yeah, that's pretty much how that kind of went down. It's just something that I grew up with. Like I always came to the country on weekends with my dad because that's where he lived out at. He wasn't out in the city anymore. He moved down to Central Illinois, and there was a lot of country folk out here, and it just kind of stuck with me. Pretty much stuck with me. But Lord Death, thank you so much for your question, man. I do greatly appreciate it. And then finally, we got questions from my girlfriend, Kayla Tuttle. And she asks, what are your goals for 2020? We kind of went over this a little bit with like the New Year's resolution. My goal is to lose some weight, definitely. Cut down on my soda intake, which is a lot. I drink Mountain Dew like it's fucking water. It's probably not the best thing for me, but hell, I love Mountain Dew so much that I just can't stop drinking it. And try to get in the police academy. I mean, I've been applying places last year and the year before, and it just hadn't really gone anywhere. So try to get in the police academy, and yeah, those are pretty much the main goals I got for myself for 2020. Let's go and make a right turn. Oh, nope, we can't. Oh, he's making a left, so we're good. But yeah, that's pretty much the main goals I got for 2020. Coming here into Everett. Another goal I have, main goal I have in life is to move out of Illinois. That's one of the main goals I got. But yeah, I want to move out to like Indiana, maybe even Texas, and yeah, maybe like Texas, Tennessee, somewhere around those areas. She wants to move out to Indiana. I can deal with that, but I want to move down more southern. Look at that Caprice right there, Washington State Caprice, ladies and gentlemen. That thing looks sexy as fuck. We're gonna follow that bitch. So we have discovered Everett. Now, I made a weird ass left turn, but that's alright. That is alright. Gonna stay in this right hand lane here. Jeez, sorry about the cuts. My cat's going fucking berserk right now. Good lord. Cat does not know how to go to sleep, lie down and go to sleep. Cat fucking... It's like, he acts like he's on catnip 24/7, but he don't even have any catnip in here. Like, Jesus Christ. But another question she asks is, one of the things that I regret in life. Honestly, the one thing I regret in life is when I quit Target. Because originally, instead of going to Dollar General, I ended up I was planning on leaving Target to go become a truck driver for Prime. That's probably one of the things that I really regret in life, is not going to be a truck driver and working at that deadbeat job for a year. 'Cause I could have had my CDL paid for the company, and I would have had it paid off by now because it would have been a year. So that's one of the things in life that I actually regret. I want to know what kind of light bar that is. That's a weird looking light bar. But yeah, that's probably one of the regrets that I have. The main regret in life. Looks like we're coming into a one lane. Yep, a one lane. Alright, here we go. Traffic jam Maloney. Everyone's turning right. Don't want to hit the back of that squad car. I want to know what type of light bar that is. That's a very, very, very weird light bar. And the last question that she actually has is, are you happy with the current state of your YouTube channel? And that's actually the last question that we have. But yes, I currently am happy with the current state of my channel. I do wish that I did not take that long ass break last year whenever we had to move. But that was something I couldn't control because I didn't realize that we weren't allowed to have Wi-Fi in the apartment because the landlord was a piece of shit. So we got a stop sign over here. That's a weird stop sign. But yeah, so I did not realize that we were not allowed to have Wi-Fi in that apartment until after I moved in, signed the lease and all that. So that's probably one of the things that I regret about the channel, having to leave the channel like that. This is different. But yeah, that's one of the things that I really regret about the channel and stuff. And so this is actually a active railway track. That's awesome. That is pretty freaking cool, man. I don't think we've ever delivered here. I don't think I've ever actually seen anybody deliver here. So this is actually really cool. It's like a little intermodal facility, and then you just have a FedEx like plant back here, it looks like. So that's actually really cool. Look at that Union Pacific train right there. Double stack train, UP 1578. Not sure what 1578 is. That's definitely not that type of thing. But there goes those Walmart trailers. I feel like it. Oh, it's back over there. I see. I see. So we'll end up having to blindside this in. But that is actually really freaking cool. And he's actually going, as you see there, he's actually going into the side. Oh no, he's not going in the siding. He's just driving slow. But that is pretty awesome that you actually have this, like, looks like it's just a random local, but that is pretty cool. That's awesome. Yeah, we've never actually dropped off here before as far as I know. So this is a new drop-off point for us. But I feel like that train's going to stop. So it looks like it's going to stop. Unless the speed limit's just slow through here because of the turnouts and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like he's actually going to be coming to a stop. There goes a Prime truck right there. So Prime delivers here, it looks like. That's pretty cool. And then Dayros is now delivering to FedEx. Delivering some, what is it, cardboard? Furniture. So it looks like they ordered some new furniture for this plant here. Oh, it didn't stop. It's still going. It didn't stop. I thought it was actually going to stop, but it didn't actually stop. But yeah, they ordered some new furniture for the plant here, it looks like. Not sure if it's for the plant or if it's just for a customer that wants it FedExed out, but we hauled it. We're going to get the money for it. Boom. There we go. Perfecto. Let's go put you in neutral. Parker brake is released. Or set. And let's go ahead and do this job. Excelente. Alright. So we ended up making $22,159. Woohoo! But yeah, guys, that is going to go ahead and do it for this one. Hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And I'll catch you guys here in the next video. Peace.